Well, speaking of an actual hot seat, Shane, let's jump all down to Baton Rouge, where things are not getting any easier for Coach O, hosting the Florida Gators this week. And, of course, last season, huge underdog, 23-point underdog, I believe it was, in the Swamp. LSU with the huge upset of the Florida Gators. And, of course, you want that victory, but it's probably going to bite you in the ass this week because Florida ain't going to be overlooking you no matter how bad LSU is playing. They're not going to be overlooked. This is one of the best rivalries, not only in the SEC, but the entire country. And Florida has won in Death Valley many times. So I don't think they're going to be threatened by it. Dan Mullen and Ed Orgeron have had many battles over the years. And, man, Keyshawn Butte's out. Things are looking rough for LSU. And assume, we were worried about the running game all season. They get that going. Now the passing game's an issue. Now all of a sudden Max Johnson looks shaky. And maybe they're putting too much on him. Maybe they can't protect him. I mean, it's a number of factors, but he does not look to be the same player. The defense is falling apart. And it's just not looking good for Coach O. And like I said, the last thing I think Florida's, they may not be playing their best ball, but I think they're being underlooked because they're a top 20 team in the country. But, this potentially, maybe this is an opportunity for Coach O to quiet the doubters. But I think more realistically, the way LSU's playing, this is just going to be more dirt on his potential grave there in Baton Rouge, don't you think?
Is he still? I thought he got fired. He didn't get fired yet? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Coach. Mike, I mean, the thing that disappoints me the most about LSU, and we could point out the running game, we can point out the offense struggles, we could pull the thing that gets me, Mike, is just a lot of it has to do with this defense too. Especially the defensive line. Mm-hmm. That's Coach O's bread and butter. So, I mean, how many fingers? Who else can you point the fingers at? You've had plenty of years to recruit for that position. You've took over that coaching position several times, and still you just got demolished by Kentucky, man. I mean, not even close. These guys they came up there and ate your lunch. So I don't know. Where do you go? You got Florida? You don't think Florida's going to run the ball? That's all they do. Right. Hell, that's all they have to do. Mm-hmm. And they can go out there and they can put this game away. And so I'm really worried about the current position. I'm just worried about Coach O, man. And I don't know. I truly think that it's a matter of, it's going to be one of these Saturdays they're going to fire him. It may be this one, maybe the next one. I think it'd be crazy to put an interim coach because their schedule ain't easier. They got a tough slate up ahead of them. But maybe after that, I don't see victories. Like I was telling you on the last pod, I see another 3 or 4 losses on their schedule here, and that's worrisome because the Florida Gators are coming to town and they need a win. They need a bounce back game. They destroyed Vanderbilt. We expected that, but they got to work some stuff out. I think this is a perfect team to do it with. I expect them to have plenty of running back, but I expect a little bit more of Anthony Richardson out there. I expect a little bit more passing from Emory. I expect a little bit more, less conservative offense, more aggressive, because I think that's what happened with Florida in the last game with Kentucky. So. I think this is we're talking about how perfect it is for Mississippi State and Alabama coming in. That's the opposite for LSU right now. Florida is red hot and needs a win, not just a close win like this. If you look at the series, there's been some close games. I think that's the thing. Florida wants to come out and destroy you.
Yeah, and I certainly don't think Dan Mullen's on any kind of hot seat, but there's questions. Some fans kind of upset about how the team's been playing this year, a little inconsistent, and the big games, of course, you've lost. So, he's got an opportunity to smash a rival. That'll get you a lot of goodwill, particularly on the road. Mm-hmm. His record as a road coach at Florida, I think it's something crazy like 12-3, something like that. So he knows how to take these Florida Gators on the road and get those wins. And you got to think about the matchup here with Duranta Jones, the first-year LSU defensive coordinator, going up against Dan Mullen, one of the best offensive minds in college football. That's a huge edge to the Florida Gators. And I know that, not everybody's a fan of Todd Grantham, but you even got to like that matchup, I would think. Todd Grantham going up against first-year offensive coordinator Jake Peets for LSU. So there's just so much to like about the Florida Gators in this matchup. And again, maybe had they smashed LSU last year, maybe you could say this is a trap game. Maybe they'd be disrespecting the Tigers. But the Tigers went in there, stunned the world, and that's got to be on their minds for the last 12 months. I don't think there's going to be enough shoe tosses in this one to give LSU any hope of winning this one, because the Gators got a lot to prove. And again, this is one of the heated rivalries in all of college football.
And that's the thing; it gets better every year. Do you remember the Hurricane and then the homecoming game? And there's just been so many different games that have come down to the last possession that these guys absolutely hate each other. Mm-hmm. It's a forced rivalry. I never accepted it as one, but here in the last decade, it's become one. And then you got the shoe toss and all this. I mean, there was so much shit talk after that game that I guarantee Dan's got it posted up on the walls there in the locker room. They're going to use it as fuel this week and remind these boys that this is a serious rivalry.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, hey, brother, that's all we got on this episode of the show. Really appreciate you hopping on the line. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. But you got anything else before we hop off the line?
Nah, just get those reviews in. Those help us out. So if you get an Apple product, iPhone, whatever, just jump on there, give us a rating, screenshot that thing, and email it to thatsecpodcast@gmail.com. Not only are we going to read them on Fridays, but you get a koozie, man. Just give us your favorite team. Mike's going to the mailbox. It feels like every day thing, I think, with 10 of these things. So, and it was really cool to see some pictures. We had a couple on the beach I saw, a couple at the game. So just be sure to send those in on Saturday. You got a koozie. Take a screen or take a picture and send it to us. We'll put it there on the Twitters.
Yeah, I got to be honest, Shane. My hand's getting tired from writing all these envelopes and thank you cards to all the listeners out there. But hey, that's just our way of saying thanks to each and every one of you who goes that little extra step. That is a terrific way to support the pod. So we really do appreciate that. But hey, buddy, that's going to do it. Getting fired up for these games this weekend, and I know you are. Cannot wait for them. But I'll catch you on the next one.
All right. See you guys. Go Vols.